boy, oh boy, oh boy. It has been 13 years, but it's 13 years that is worth waiting for. Let me go ahead and tell you, I have been excited for Kingdom Hearts 3 release ever since, like, forever. This has been 13 years that we've been waiting for since, like, the second Kingdom Hearts game pretty much came out. And ever since then, we've been getting nothing but spin-offs. We've been getting nothing but prequels, sequels, everything else except Kingdom Hearts 3. And I can understand this is Square Enix part because they're trying to give us more story and more content before they actually bring out the big guns, before they actually bring out the big one. So I can understand that, and I'm gonna apologize to them for that. And I'm probably after beating Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm probably gonna go back and play the rest of the Kingdom Hearts series all over again because apparently they tied to the story and everything. But I don't give a shit about the story for right now. Right now, I'm gonna be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 and if it was worth buying it or not. Short answer, yes the fuck it was. It was definitely worth buying. Like literally, I literally spent like over $80 for the deluxe edition, and let me tell you, that was money worth spending, goddammit, because I waited 13 years for a new Kingdom Hearts game that wasn't a spin-off or it wasn't something that was supposed to be a side story or a prequel, and finally we gotten one, and it's just everything that we were told that it was going to be. It's amazing, it has good combat, it has great atmosphere, it has great fucking landscapes and everything, and I know I'm being a fanboy right now, but let me tell you something, I deserve the right to be called a fanboy. I've been here ever since Kingdom Hearts was released. The first Kingdom Hearts was released in 2002, so I have that right to be called a fanboy. You had to have no idea how long I waited for a Kingdom Hearts title that isn't a spin-off. Like this whole thing is just crazy. It's nuts. I'm still playing the game right now, and it's still taking me out for a loop. I'm still exploring the worlds and doing all these side missions and everything. The game is just amazing, and I freaking love every single moment of it. And right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about some of the good things about it, and probably some bad things. I don't know. I've been playing the game for like days now, and I still can't find one bad thing about it. So I don't know. Maybe somebody else found something bad that they don't like about Kingdom Hearts, but hey, this is my video, and I'm going to tell you exactly if it's worth buying or not. Also, keep in mind that this isn't a review. I'm not going to be reviewing the game just yet. I'm probably going to review it as part of a Kingdom Hearts marathon that's coming on later in the future, but right now that's not coming. I'm just going to tell you about my thoughts about the game and if it's really worth getting or not. First of all, yes it is. It's definitely worth getting. It's worth buying, it's definitely worth playing, and it's worth giving your time all to it. Even if you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan, if you're more of a JRPG fan, or if you're pretty much a Disney fan for that matter, then yeah, I would say go ahead and buy the game. It's basically what would happen if Final Fantasy and literally Disney pretty much got together and had a baby, and there you go, it's Kingdom Hearts. But this time, this is like the third in the long line of the Kingdom Hearts series. This is literally the ultimate story in the Kingdom Hearts storytelling. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it like that. I was gonna say trilogy, but I forgot we still have a lot of games and everything, and that's a lot of shit to cover. And I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but I will say that this game literally takes place like a little bit after Dream Drop Distance, and it probably takes place after another game, but I'm not gonna go ahead and get into that. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it takes place after Dream Drop Distance. So the game takes place after Dream Drop Distance, where Sora goes on another adventure with Donald and Goofy to all these different worlds. And I love how the game starts out in Thebes from the Hercules world, because it's like, this is the first time we ever got to see Thebes. Because I remember like in the first and even in the second game, you got to go to Olympus and everything, but there was nothing there on Olympus. You're just there in some tournament, in some arena, and there's literally nothing there. It's just an arena where it's just nothing but an empty space, and that's just about it. And even when you go to the underworld in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's literally nothing there. It's just the underworld, and it's just another arena. I felt like that was the whole point of the whole Hercules level, is because they were trying to find new ways to put in arenas and shit, and they were trying to find more ways for you to fight Heartless and everything. That was just basically it. The only time I actually thought that the Olympus level was actually more interesting was that secret mission where you had to kill Sephiroth, and you had to be at level 78 because he was going to wreck your shit in 5 seconds. But here, they actually went above and beyond with this level, because not only do you get to explore the city of Thebes, but you actually get to go outside of the city and explore the outside of the city, which I don't think is part of the actual Hercules movie. I think they took a little bit more liberty, but I don't give a shit. You don't give a shit when you start playing the game. You actually enjoyed the level, you actually enjoyed the landscape, you enjoyed the scale of it all and everything. This was like a perfect start to it. It's like, just showing you all the worlds that you could pretty much be in. And this is how all the worlds are going to be. It's going to be at a grand scale. It's nothing like a small area where you have to fight Heartless and then you go to another area and then boom, the whole level looks bigger on like the landscape because of the fact that it's at a far distance. No, the levels are bigger because the world is bigger, and they really expanded that, and they pretty much want you to feel like you're a part of that world, like you're actually going on an exploration. And that's what I like about the game, because then it's like when you exit the city of Thebes, you go out into the wilderness of Thebes, and then next thing you know, you start climbing your way up to Olympus, and oh my god, Olympus looks freaking amazing. Hey, and I know I'm going to be talking about the Hercules level a bit, but I'm just talking about it as a starter up level where it just sets you up for the game that you're about to be playing. So it's phenomenal. It's amazing. 13 years of work has been put into this game, and you can actually see it. There's a reason why Kingdom Hearts has been getting nothing but good reviews and good scores across the board, because they literally pulled out all the stock when it comes to this. They know we've been waiting 13 years for this. They know that we want something spectacular for the wait, and we finally got something spectacular for the wait. And then we got new worlds and everything. You probably don't even have Agrabah anymore. You don't have Under the Sea anymore. You probably don't even freaking have what was the other one? What was the other one? The Nightmare Before Christmas level. I actually enjoyed the Nightmare Before Christmas levels when I was younger. I actually enjoyed the Nightmare Before Christmas still. And I honestly was sad that I pretty much don't even get to play it in these games. Or maybe I will get to play it. I only played a good bit far into the game, but I don't even know. I don't think the Nightmare Before Christmas is going to be in here, because if it was, they were going to tease that and they were going to tell us, but it's not even in this level. It's not even in this game. So it's not even there, but it's fine and everything. We got more levels, we got new places to explore, and they're actually based off of newer Disney movies, and that's what I freaking like about it. The one thing I didn't like about the old games, and I'm not saying I didn't like the games, I just didn't like certain things about the levels. The one thing I didn't like about the levels back then is because of the fact that some of the levels is just, I don't know why they were even there. Like, if you remember the first Kingdom Hearts game, I honestly didn't understand why Tarzan was literally in that game. The game, like literally, the level was literally the worst part about the game. Like literally, I would remember all the times I would backtrack and everything, and I'm sitting here like, why are we even here? What does this play a part in this entire game? That like this level, it shouldn't even be here. Like literally, if you could take out the entire Tarzan level, you wouldn't even have a need for it in the game. Like, I honestly don't understand it. But here it's like every single level deserves to be in the game because it plays a major part in the story. And I don't mean a small part, it plays a major part in the story. Like, it cultivates the story and it pretty much keeps you going, because the more you play these levels, the more you learn more about the story and the characters and the enemies that you'll be facing later on, which is obviously Xehanort and Xemnas and pretty much everything else that about this asshole. As it turns out, in this game now, he's pretty much looking for the 13 new vessels so he can pretty much put his essence of darkness in there. And I would explain it, but it's gonna get really confusing for all of you, and I do not want to put you through that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shorten it down. So basically, the whole point of Xehanort's role in the story is that he's pretty much looking for 13 new vessels so he can put his essence. He already has 12, and now Sora is the 13th. How is Sora the 13th? Well, you're gonna have to play Dream Drop Distance in order to figure it out. I'm not spoiling the rest for you. And apparently, there's some familiar faces that pretty much make a return. Axel, aka Lee, pretty much makes a return in this game as well. And then you got the rest of the old organization like Marluxia and Larcene. But other than that, it's the levels and everything else, and the gameplay is pretty much great. I'm straight far away from it. Let me go ahead and talk about the levels. The levels look pretty amazing. So you have your start with not only the Hercules world, but you also have your start with Toy Box, which was the one level that I was waiting for, and literally my 5-year-old inner self literally did backflips off the moon from actually playing in the Toy Box level, because now I get to play with Woody and Buzz and all the rest of the Toy Story characters. Well, some of them. The only characters that were there is Woody, Buzz, Ham, and freaking Rex and the army men, and that's about it. Like, literally, we don't even get the chance to pretty much play with Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, goddamn Jesse. Where's Bullseye? I mean, come on, where's the rest of the Toy Story crew? Well, I guess because of the fact that it's a Kingdom Hearts game, you can only pull so many characters and everything, and I guess since it's licensed by Pixar, they pretty much can't put all that many characters in there. But I was still liking the level and everything. You get to play as Andy, well, not play as him, but you get to play in his room and everything, and then you get to see in a large scope and everything, and you get to see the outside world from the view of a toy. I haven't gotten that much experience since I played Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, which was literally the best fucking movie-based game I've ever played at a young age. Like, literally, that was only the best Toy Story experience that you could ever get out of a game. And now we got Kingdom Hearts 3, and this is like 10 times better. This is like heightened up 10 times to infinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is me fanboying right now. Oh, and then next thing you know, you go to a toy store, and then the next thing you know, the toy store seems bigger and everything, and then it's like a big ass place to explore and everything. It's just amazing and everything. And I also like the fact that they actually got Tom Hanks and Tim Allen to reprise their role as Woody and Buzz in this movie, as well as the rest of the character to reprise their role, especially the fact that we're gonna get a Toy Story 4 movie coming out this year. The toy box is freaking amazing, and I love every moment of it. And then it's not the only Pixar movie that was in the game. It's actually another Pixar movie, and that's Monsters Inc. And Monsters Inc., once again, is still my favorite childhood movie, right next to Toy Story. Any other Pixar movie that I have seen, any of the Pixar movie I've seen, I can honestly say that Pixar is great with making movies, and that's where most of my childhood lies, because I love these movies. I love A Bug's Life, I love Toy Story, and I definitely love Monsters Inc. And the fact that we get to finally go into a Monsters Inc. world, it pretty much blew my freaking mind. Especially the fact that they got the voice actors that play Sully and Mike. I was flabbergasted. Like, you know, John Goodman is like a legend, especially the fact that he plays Sully in here. And then they got Boo. Oh my god, Boo was freaking adorable and everything. And then next thing you know, you got Arendelle from Frozen, and then you got like Corona from Tangle. The levels, it just blew my mind. All these new levels based off of these newer Disney movies, and it's still blowing my mind as I'm sitting here talking about it. And not to mention the fact that they don't make it short and everything, and they don't try to throw in as many Heartless battles to pretty much make the game seem longer. Okay, I lied. Yes, they do. But the Heartless battles, they were pretty much freaking awesome, and I'm gonna get into that later. But the fact that they pretty much put more emphasis on the exploration, like you're actually going behind the scenes of these worlds. It's not like it's a carbon cutout of said worlds. It actually feels like you're going more in depth with the world that you're in. The same thing with Corona. You pretty much go into like Rapunzel's tower and everything, and it's not just you go to her tower and then you go straight out and then you go straight to the kingdom or anything. You actually explore, and you actually go to the tower, you actually explore the wilderness, you go up through the bridge, and then you get to the kingdom of Corona, and then next thing you know, you're there at a festival dancing and pretty much having a good time. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, you go to Arendelle with the whole kingdom pretty much like frozen over and everything, and then you just explore more about the wilderness. And that's about it. I'm not gonna lie, Arendelle is just you just running around a snowy forest, and that's about it. You don't even go into a kingdom. You don't even get to explore the ice palace. None of that shit. You're just going through the icy wilderness. That's it. But the wilderness, even in itself, is still awesome to explore. But the one that got me the most was Monstropolis, because I freaking love every single goddamn moment of this shit. I freaking love every single moment of it. It was like I was actually exploring the monster world of Monsters Inc. for the very first time. And then next thing you know, when I pretty much started playing the Winnie the Pooh level, which was the last level I played before I actually sat down and pretty much started talking about this game, it still blows my mind that I like the little kid inside of me still loves Winnie the Pooh. Like, I never got to see Christopher Robin, but I still enjoy Winnie the Pooh to the bottom of my heart. I love Winnie the Pooh. I don't care what the you say. I may be 20 years old, but I still am going to watch Winnie the Pooh till I'm old and dying. But other than that, the 100 Acre Wood still looks the same, and I love the fact that they pretty much took more liberties with it. Like, instead of pretty much making it the same as every other level, they actually tried to put in a bit more shading, like a little bit more lighting, and try to make it seem like you're actually within a storybook world. And that's what I pretty much love about it, and that's what took me off guard, because they actually try to make you feel like you're as part of the world. And that's what I think they were trying to do with Kingdom Hearts in the first place, and they were trying to make you feel as part of the world as you're in it. Like, for real. Like, every single time when I pretty much go into every different world in the other Kingdom Hearts levels and the other games, it just felt like I was just still playing the Kingdom Hearts game and just going to different worlds, and that's about it. Even though they tried so hard to make me feel as part of that world, I didn't feel like I was part of that world. But literally every single level that I go into, every single different world in this game, it still makes me feel like I'm part of that world, and it goes above and beyond to make you feel as part of that world. If you're in the 100 Acre Woods, you feel like you're part of that storybook world. If you're in Monstropolis, you feel like you're part of that monster world. If you're in freaking Arendelle, you're part of that frozen world. But I swear to God, if you sing Let It Go, I'm gonna punch you straight in the throat. But other than that, I haven't played the Pirates level. I haven't played any other levels yet, but I'm getting there. But I just want to talk about the game so far, and also the combat. The combat, I felt like they literally upgraded that to the max, because the combat is so freaking amazing. It makes you feel like you're part of a shonen anime the more the combat is played out, and that's what I freaking love about it. It's not just Sora pretty much swinging the Keyblade around and using magic every once in a while, but this kid is really moving. He is fast with it. It's like he pretty much uses magic fast, he swings fast, he pretty much changes his form fast, he pretty much uses different techniques fast. And the one thing that I love about the combat is that they actually use some of the magic and some of the attacks that is mostly based off of rides that you would see at a Disney World resort, and that literally took me for a spin, because, not even saying that because it's a pun for the Mad Teacup ride and everything, but other than that, it's just something that I literally thought that it was kind of like over the top and kind of silly to take like inspiration from Disney World rides and try to like import that into a fantasy game where you're going into Disney World. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I enjoyed every single moment of it. It's like at one point you're pretty much riding around in teacups and pretty much smashing into enemies and shit like it's a bumper car, or in some moments that you're pretty much in a pirate ship and you're just riding up and down as you pretty much splash water on your enemies, or in some cases you're pretty much like on the Titan level when you're pretty much riding a roller coaster and shooting a Titan in the face and being badass. Oh my god, that's amazing. And also the Keyblades actually had a pretty much awesome change too, because obviously the Keyblades, they are pretty much based off of the different worlds that you visited, and you only get these Keyblades after you pretty much beat certain levels and everything. But they actually got an upgrade too. Now it's not just you pretty much gaining more attack, gaining more magic and everything like that. It's more like the more damage that you do with a certain Keyblade, you actually get the power to pretty much change that Keyblade into something better and something stronger. That way it could pretty much make the gameplay seem more fun, and it doesn't get stale the more you do it. And it's like every single time when you pretty much keep doing more damage, either with magic or whether with physical attacks, the Keyblade will pretty much upgrade and it will get stronger. And when you get to use different abilities and different forms of your Keyblade and everything, it actually makes the battle even more interesting, because now you're starting to see how much power these certain Keyblades can do. Like for example, Rapunzel's Keyblade, it's pretty much the mirrored staff. Oh my god. I can't talk today. It's basically the mirror staff. Mirage staff. That's what I'm trying to say. It pretty much has the Mirage staff, and what it does is that it pretty much every single time when Sora dodges, he pretty much makes different copies of himself to pretty much shoot light at his enemies. Or if you just want to go all in, it pretty much fires light at your enemies at a great distance. But my most favorite Keyblade is the Monsters Inc. and the Toy Story one. Yes, my favorite ones are the Disney Pixar World ones, and I don't care what you say after this, because these things are literally godsend, because literally you can demolish every single Heartless on the field with these Keyblades. With the favorite deputies Keyblade, you can pretty much use it to turn into a gigantic ass hammer where you could smash all the Heartless on the field, no effort at all put into it. And after you pretty much do enough damage with that, it turns into a freaking drill where you can drill every last one of these suckers on the field and pretty much demolish every single one of them. And if you get tired of that, you get to use the Monsters Inc. Keyblade, where basically all it does is become claws, where Sora will slash his way across the field, even dodging to the point where he'll slash as he dodges, and then it turns into yo-yos, which you can actually use to hurt your enemies at a distance and cause more damage. And it's just, oh, it's beautiful. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh god, chill. Oh man. So anyway, long story short, Is Kingdom Hearts 3 worth buying? Yes, I definitely agree it is worth buying. Even though I haven't beaten the game yet, and even though I haven't put out a review for it yet, I still think the game is worth buying. I know a lot of people are playing Resident Evil 2, and I know they're playing other games that are being released, and I know some people are waiting for Jump Force to come out and everything. I still say that Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely worth money. And if you pretty much are interested in the Kingdom Hearts series, and if you still want to play this game, don't worry. Nobody is going to front you for it. Well, there's probably going to be Kingdom Hearts fans that are still going to front you for it, but there's still other copies of the Kingdom Hearts series that you can still buy and play before you get up to Kingdom Hearts 3, because there's always the 1.5 plus 2.5 pack which you can play, or you can get the 2.8 pack that pretty much has the story way before, like right before Kingdom Hearts 3, or if you just want all of it in one pack, there's always the story, Kingdom Hearts the story so far. This pretty much has all the games prior to Kingdom Hearts 3, so that way you could play the games all the way to the beginning of the game, so you could actually get more emphasis on the story and how this whole thing started and how every single title pretty much plays a part in the Kingdom Hearts universe leading up to 3. So even with that, you still have access to other Kingdom Hearts games, so you won't be as confused. But if you just want to play Kingdom Hearts 3 just for the gameplay, I say it's a definite, because the gameplay is freaking amazing and I enjoy every single moment of it. There's a reason why everybody on the internet says that Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely worth the 13-year wait, because we've been waiting for this for 13 years. Not just because of the fact that we've been waiting for a new Kingdom Hearts game that isn't a spin-off, but because of the fact that we've grown to love these characters. We've grown to understand them. They pretty much feel like a part of us, and they're the reason why we feel human most of the time. I know that kind of sounds really, really corny and really, you know, dumb to say, but this is a series that most of us really grew up on. For most of us, we didn't know anything about Final Fantasy and we didn't know anything about RPGs, but Kingdom Hearts literally opened the door for it. Without Kingdom Hearts, most of us wouldn't be who we are today. And I'm definitely glad that Square Enix and Disney pretty much brought us a new game that pretty much defied all our expectations, and I loved every single moment of it. Now, like I said, I haven't finished the game, but I'm definitely dead set on playing it and beating the entire game. But my god, this game was definitely worth the wait. So is Kingdom Hearts worth getting? Definitely. And if you don't like Kingdom Hearts, or if you have no interest in the series, that's fine. I'm not going to pretty much call you a naysayer. I'm sure there's other diehard fans that are probably going to do that. But if anything, if you haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game before, then I would definitely suggest playing the first one. And if you don't want to do that, and if you want to just jump into the third one, you are more than welcome to, but you will be confused. But I will say that if you haven't been playing any Kingdom Hearts game and you're pretty much afraid that you're not going to like the series, take it from me and please give this series a chance. It is a definitely great series, and I will be honest with you, it's a series that is worth checking out. And if you pretty much are a big fan of Final Fantasy and Disney, this is definitely the game for you. But if you pretty much are a fan of RPGs, this is definitely something for you. Or if you haven't played either one, this is definitely has a story that you can actually pretty much get into, especially if you're an anime fan. This pretty much feels like a overlong Disney / Square Enix anime, and I love every single moment of it. So I already said enough about the game, and I'm already going back to playing it again, especially the fact that I'm enjoying the game right now and I'm still playing it. So with all of that said in mind, guys, this is Crazy Kent Gamer, and if you pretty much enjoyed this video, please leave a like if you do. And if you pretty much haven't been subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, so that way you can get more videos and content and everything. And I'll probably have more videos up on Kingdom Hearts, probably a review or anything, or just some stuff in the game that I actually like, or some best moments or whatever. But either way it goes, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys next time. This is Crazy Ken, and I am out of this bitch.